I can see out the window here up to Standage Edge. As you'll see as we go out to this run, we're so lucky with all the hills we've got, it's incredible. Hi, I'm James Turnbull and we're here at Outside, which is our family business. Well, we're here today to do the Outside Hope Valley Round. Outside has been 35 years it's been here now, which is great and we're really happy about that. And my parents set it up back then. So when Outside was founded, Mum and Dad sort of used to travel up here from down south, if I'm honest, to come climbing in the Peak District and kind of went, is there really no climbing shop in Hathersage? That seems crazy and it's weird to think that now. And so obviously they set it up here. Mum actually found this premises, so whether you're climbing or running or just walking, camping, anything, we've got everything on the doorstep. And that's just evolved over the years. So obviously climbing was our main focal point when we set up, but obviously we were just pulling in all these people who wanted to run and everything like that. So we've expanded as the years have gone on. The shop's got a bit bigger, but nothing's changed. Like Mum and Dad's main focus is just be a hub for people to hang out and enjoy themselves. And we've sort of evolved that over the years into talks in our cafe. We have Alpine Club lectures, you know, we've had runners come and talk in this cafe as well. And it's a real meeting point, and that's why we really like working here. We feel like we are customers, let alone the fact we work here. You know, we would buy everything from here, whether it's climbing gear or running gear, have our breakfast here, even if we didn't work here, and we still do. So that is the main point. Sort of hub first, shop second. We used to all go out and do these runs together after work, usually in winter in really horrible weather, which was always really interesting. But trying to plan the perfect route was the hard bit because we used to do the 9 edges. And as it is lovely, but it's also a bit of a pain with cars and drop-offs and things. So Chris here came up with the brilliant Outside Round, which sort of starts here, finishes here. So hopefully you make it back in time for tea and cake in the cafe after starting with a breakfast.
My name's Chris Hull. I'm the so-called bookman here at Outside. I've been here since 2004 and also keen runner, hence why I got involved with the Outside Hope Valley Round. It's about 20 miles, just under. It involves about 1,500 metres of ascent, so it's a significant challenge with 3 major ascents. Coming out of Hathersage up to Chatham Moor is the first ascent, and then up to Old Moor, Bradwell Moor is the second big ascent, and then finally, which I think is probably the crux of the whole round, is Win Hill up past Twitchell Farm.
Pretty tired by then already, aren't you, as well?
Yeah,
Gone a long way.
I certainly haven't managed to run up it yet. So it's an excellent route, mainly trail running, some footpaths, but generally the navigation is fine. So except for a couple of areas where you need to keep your eye on the game, on the map itself. And you have to remember that we're travelling at about 1,000 feet above sea level, so weather can come in, so the map and compass that's been mentioned before is certainly essential to the journey. And as a general rule, the going is pretty good, except for 2 areas where if it's wet conditions, you'll have fun ploughing through some mud, but in general, it's pretty good territory. I reckon it would take an average fell runner about 4 hours. That would be a really good target, I think. Walkers, probably a bit longer, obviously, around about 8 hours if you kept going. But it's a fantastic route. So the Great Ridge, which is a really popular area, so you might want to choose off-peak times to go along there. But the rest of the route, the first half of the route is road less travelled really, because few people go up there and you get fantastic views around the Hope Valley.
Sort of daunting when you're there as well at that start, isn't it? Looking at the skyline going, oh, we've got to do all those lumps.
Yeah, you do get a section through the middle section where it's not too up and down.
Yeah, I like that bit.
But in general, it's a good challenge.
Good views, yeah. And it's fun that like everyone can do it as well, isn't it? We've already had quite a few walkers do it and not just runners, haven't we? Which is great. We're not trying to say go fast, just try and get out and enjoy yourself. And there's others we can tell you about, but this is the Outside Hope Valley Round.
So my advice is for provisions, take what you think you'll need for the whole journey. There are places where you could replenish, particularly in Bradwell and Hope. It might take a little bit off route, but there's certainly potential places to get more food and drink. And as far as escape routes are concerned, there are lots of roads where you could retire from fairly easily, and that again will be Bradwell, Mamtor, probably Hope and Bamford, all of which are, your crossing roads.
The main plan, we reckon, isn't it, is you fill up here with breakfast first to start, like we're about to do.
Obviously.
Brilliant, obviously.
Yeah.
Finest breakfast in the Peak District. And then the main plan is try and get back here before the cafe shuts as well, because if you do, and you've told us, you'll get a free tea, cake and coffee. And,
yes.
So the cafe shuts at 5 during the week though, and 5:30 at weekends. So, do make it in time if you want to make the most of that.
James, for those that finish, what can they expect from Outside?
Oh, well, obviously a glowing welcome. We're just trying to get you to get around and enjoy yourself. So if you make it in time and the cafe's still open, you can have tea, cake, coffee, all in the house for us, as long as you let us know you're doing it. But what we're sort of hoping people will do is hashtag us in. So if you want to put the hashtag Outside Hope Valley Round, then we'll know you've done it. We'll include you in our stories, etc. like that. But also, we've got a Polaroid in the cafe where people can take a picture. You can go on our board as well to know you've done it. And then every now and again, we're going to just sort of draw someone from random who's entered and finished, who can maybe win a prize as well. Also, you'll be able to get a Montane Chief if you finish as well. So the whole point is, it's not doing the fastest one or anything like that. We'll keep a track of times, but it's about getting round and enjoying it. So just get involved. It's going to be great. So obviously starting Outside is a great place, because if you haven't got the right kit, you can come and see us. All our great staff here know how to fit you up for whether it's running or walking, so we have the right boots and clothing for that. But obviously it felt really natural and right to team up with Montane to do this, because they make all the right kit. Again, whether you're walking or running it, lightweight, hill gear, so waterproofs and everything really, everything that we've discussed. Montane do. They know about supporting big rounds. They understand what's needed and what support we might need as well. So it's really helpful. And perfect gear for this. Tiny little bags full of all the kit you need. Perfect, really, isn't it? Chris, what's the most important thing about the Outside round?
Most important is to have a great day out.
Yeah.
So really enjoy it. It's a fantastic route. And finally, to keep safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the main thing for me is I'm really looking forward to the breakfast and the cake as well.
You would.
Yeah. Right, should we go?
Yep, that's off.
Do it.